Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you would all agree that this has certainly been an interesting debate. But what we as Team Negative are saying here today, ladies and gentlemen, is that we strongly and firmly believe that we have won this debate for several reasons. Throughout this debate, there have been several points of clash, ladies and gentlemen. There have been several points of clash. Now, one of the main points of clash that we saw through this debate is that FutureCare is unsustainable. And the first speaker and my second speaker have successfully proved to you today that FutureCare is, in fact, unsustainable. We have told you that FutureCare does not actually operate and fiscally receive funds they receive funds at a deficit, Fiscally, FutureCare is unsustainable because on paper, as the second speaker noted, they don't actually make more money. What they're actually doing is actually losing more money, because we have showed you that with a pool of seniors, they pay out 4 times more in claims. And instead of having a large pool, which we were suggested and which people, experts within the civil service suggested, they ignored this, the government ignored this, and we heard no reply from Team Affirmative. The next point, ladies and gentlemen, is that FutureCare was implemented poorly. And my second speaker really pounded this down, and we didn't hear any reply from Team Affirmative. Rather than all they had to say was that FutureCare is still good for seniors, and they certainly make good politicians, because we didn't really hear anything that was really factual. But the next point that we heard from Team Affirmative is that FutureCare is in fact affordable. Well, we already spoke to you today that on an administrative level, we heard from Team Affirmative, well, they actually make $10.5 million a year and pay out $9.5 million a year. While this is not actually true, they actually operate at a fiscal deficit of $2 million a year, because they are actually given $8 million a year by government, but I think he said something like $4 million, which simply isn't true. What we were saying today, ladies and gentlemen, we showed you that on an administrative level, it is not actually affordable. And we also proved to you that for seniors, it is not affordable, because we've shown that they only pay 75% of the medical bill that will be given to them, and 25%, as we've outlined, of $250,000 for someone who can't really afford that is certainly not enough. And for these reasons and the reasons my colleagues have stated, this motion must and will fall. Thank you.
Good day once again, ladies and gentlemen. This House believes that FutureCare is good enough, and we as Team Affirmative, still strongly and firmly agree with this motion. Now, I too do agree that this has been a very interesting debate, a debate where Team Affirmative's facts have sort of somehow, I don't know why, but clashed with Team Negative's opinions. And I will tell you why they have been opinions, because throughout this whole debate, they still have gave us a whole bunch of nothingness. In the beginning, the first speaker came up to the podium and said that FutureCare is unsustainable, ladies and gentlemen. And then we questioned, how is this unsustainable? Because it can't be unsustainable due to what we have said. And then they said, the pooling system in which FutureCare has, it's not good, and that in America or wherever, that it's not supposed to work. So we said, yes, maybe on paper it should not work. But unfortunately for them, and fortunately for us, FutureCare does work, ladies and gentlemen. FutureCare is sustainable. And they must agree that the seniors that are on FutureCare are glad, because we showed them the statistic that 88% of seniors felt that FutureCare was good for them, that they felt that FutureCare was good for them, ladies and gentlemen. What is this debate? That FutureCare is good enough, that the seniors that are on FutureCare, 88% of them feel that FutureCare is good enough. And the rest of the portion had no say to this, ladies and gentlemen. So FutureCare for the seniors is good enough. But let's get past that point. Let's get onto the point, the biggest point, perhaps, of this debate, which is sustainability. Now, 2010, 2011. $10.5 million were paid out in premiums. Were collected in premiums to FutureCare. FutureCare received $10.5 million, ladies and gentlemen. In the same year, $9.5 million were paid out in claims. This is a $1 million purse that FutureCare has in surplus. The same year, government allocated $4.99 million in the national budget towards FutureCare. So now FutureCare has a $6 million purse. Now, what did the negative have to say? Oh, this can't be happening because there are FutureCare has $2 million in deficits and all of this fluff, as we would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, because these are unfactual statements, ladies and gentlemen. Now, to tell me that they're going to come up here and the only point they have against FutureCare is the fact that it is unsustainable, and then we say that, and we prove to you that it is sustainable, then that's where the problem lies here today in this debate. Now let's go on to some of the points that they continued to talk about in this debate. Now the second speaker came up in here, and he had a few questions for us, ladies and gentlemen, and he asked, is FutureCare sustainable? We say yes. He said, is FutureCare good enough? We would say that because 88% of the seniors love FutureCare, then we would say that this is definitely good enough. So because FutureCare is sustainable, the seniors love FutureCare, ladies and gentlemen, that we all must agree that FutureCare is what? FutureCare is what? FutureCare is what? Good enough. Thank you.